here for today's live auction unboxing. So all of the things that we're going to have on the auction tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. Friday is going to be revealed to you here. You can send in reserve bids. We accept reserve bids all the way up until an hour before the live stream starts, and so you have to send in all reserve bids up until Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you love something, you're going to send us an email and say, hey, I want $40 for that amazing figurine. And so you just let us know. We will respond back to that email with a yes, you are the highest bidder, or no, you have been outbid. Make sure you watch that email thread because we will come back to you if someone outbids you before that 10 a.m. mark. So we're going to show you all the fun things we have on the sale today. Make sure you're all paid up for other invoices so that you participate tomorrow. If you'd like to participate in our live sales and have never done so before and you do not have an account on hookedonpickin.com, go to hookedonpickin.com, go to the live sales sign up, and you should be good to go. Just follow all the directions there. All right, we have all sorts of really fun items. We have multiple pickers. We even had someone walk in this morning and Paul purchased some items from him, and so we've got some really cool things and a variety of different things on the auction unboxing, and so definitely check that out today. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. I'm going to put the email up in the thread that you can send reserve bids to, and remember, you have to send your reserve bid in before 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Friday morning. So let's go ahead and look at the things.
Okay, let me switch this to live chat. There we go. Okay, I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the things and the different pickers found for you. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different, 6 if you count Hooked on Pickin, of the people that have picked stuff. So it's really cool, really cool. All right, these are some of the things that Jim found for you. That is a beautiful, looks like a little baby's blanket there. Well done. That looks like it's been hand done there. It's a really nice little blanket, little receiving blanket, or perfect for the little baby there. So, and he's got you a couple of little sets there. You got the little red little vases there. They look pretty. Might be votive holders, but I think they're just little vases. So we'll sell those as a set there. The red ones there. And these, to me, they look like ice cream bowls, but maybe they're just dessert bowls, or maybe they're just for candles. But pretty little red and white through that glass. Little dishes there, or votive holders, however you want them to go. And he did find some cherished teddy and a couple of Hummels there for you. I got the cherished teddy. This cherished teddy, his name is Paige, over there in the little blue outfit there. Does come with a box. And then we've got fishtails. That's the Hummel piece there. Fishtails there. Comes with the original box there also. Studio Hummel. And then we've got this one and this one. I think it's a part of the Nativity. Angel Standing, the Berta Hummel Nativity. So if you're looking for that piece there. Yeah, I know they're made for Nativity, but I don't know if you even really necessarily need it to be in the Nativity. It's a cool looking little angel Hummel there. And again, they've got their boxes, so if you're looking for that. Got a Precious Moments in the box there. This one right here. This one is To My Forever Friends. To My Forever Friends. So it's a nice Precious Moments piece there. He's got a few more. I think these are Cherished Teddy and not Cherished Teddies. What do you call these bears again? I'm forgetting. Is it Cherished Teddies? Boyd's Bears. Boyd's Bears and Friends. Boyd's Bears and Friends there. There's a neat one there. You got a whole bunch of little guys in there, a whole family together. Looks neat, and it just says the family. And then I've got, I think that's a rabbit and a moose. I'll probably sell the rabbit and the moose together unless somebody wants to separate them, but they kind of look to me like they're the tall standing ones. They look like they could go together. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Susan. So great to have you guys on here. I think we got about 78. We'll have a few more join us as time moves on. Got some brooches here. These 2 brooches that you've kind of seen, similar brooches like this. Some of the brooches that Jim and his wife went out and found. But these 4 here, they are much older. We've sold a lot of brooches on the channel. But look at these. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that blue. And just a beautiful, beautiful design. But when you flip it on the back, look at that. You can tell it's much older than a lot of the brooches that we sell. Almost antique-like there. Just beautiful, beautiful. So if you're wanting to send in a reserve just on that blue one, feel free to do that there. A lot of other people saying hi. Great to have you guys. Good morning, Grace. Hello, Mary. This one I think has got some age to it. That's a real stone in there. I think it's onyx there. And you see, you can tell it's a little bit of an older backing there. So it's definitely not a newer brooch and real stone. Susan says, I think I saw another reseller pass up the red glass pieces and I thought they were crazy. Yeah, they are. I think the red's beautiful there. And look at that. Isn't that a beautiful stone in there? Just absolutely beautiful stone. And you flip it on the back. It's an older brooch. You can even tell by the clasp there how it clasps. And beautiful. I don't know what that yellow would be. Kind of a yellowish orange stone, but beautiful. Hi Cheryl. Hi Marcia. And this one I believe is made in Germany. That's a vintage brooch there. Green stone there. Beautiful. Much older brooches. These 4 in the front here. And Jim's wife Marilyn's, my Aunt Marilyn, she had a note on there that's from Germany. I don't see a marking on it from that. She might have even, I don't know if she's been to Germany and got in Germany or just knew that it was from Germany. But beautiful, beautiful brooches there, right there. He's got a few other things here for you. Look at this cat set here. Isn't that cool there? And it comes in 3 major pieces here. And it's supposed to be, I guess, if you will, set. You got the mama, and then the cats move in like this, and this cat is supposed to go right there. You could put it wherever you wanted to, or you can put it here. You know. Now, this piece here, I've seen something else like this before. It usually does get broken because it's more of the loose one, and I think I've got a little bit of crack there, as you can see. See that there? And that's a normal thing to find with these. If you find a complete set, you got something that's probably never even been touched almost. But real neat, and I know that's been glued back, but they did a good job gluing it back. But it is the complete set. Sometimes you find the mama cat with this, the 3, but you don't find this one. So you got them all there. So, and you'll get them all one money there. I don't have a maker mark on it, but it's a cool little set. Neat set there. We've got a nice picture of John Deere there. So that's a cool John Deere. Cool scene in the back too. You got the corn in the back and that there. Just a vintage photo there. So I thought somebody might like that. These are kind of neat. I don't know how much this is worth necessarily, but somebody's going to like it. Opens. Let's see if I can get this to open. Heather, are you around? All right. Heather's going to show you something here. It's pretty neat. All right, Heather, I don't want to break the Hummels right behind there, but can you open that?
Yeah, let me get a table to just move it.
Yeah, you got that little table there? Probably should have set that up early, but we were filming another video. We got Amazon pallets. So we got huge Amazon pallets coming in. Let's be careful it doesn't open. It might be unlatched now. There we go. Great. Now check these things out here. You go ahead and push down and that pulls up there. There you go. This unfolds like so, like file folder. If you hold that still, it'll unfold like so. See that? That's pretty neat. It's all metal. And then look at the key. Now this, a lot of people don't know, there is, up here is a false back. So you always got to open those. And look at that. It's got some stuff in here from, I have a year 1959, July of 1959. So we got some stuff in here. Hopefully it's filled with cash. It doesn't look like cash, but it looks like some kind of receipts or something.
St. Louis Clearinghouse.
Something. Anything cool? Looks like First National Bank. Looks like, was that checks there? Paid the order of.
Yeah, they're old checks.
Yep, older checks. Are they dated?
Yeah.
Dated 1949 is what I'm seeing there. So, neat stuff there.
We'll just leave this in there, right?
A lot of times people don't know to check those false areas there. They think it's, they just don't even look at the top. Internal Revenue Service. There we go. There you go. So really neat kind of piece there. You guys might like that there. And if you find any uncashed checks, make millions of dollars. There you go. And then he found you an Elvis puzzle. Includes a fold-out poster for assembly, 1,000 piece. And these are neat. And it's one of those kind of puzzles here. These are the pieces, but if you look, all of the pieces have Elvis on it. See that? And then when you scan back, it makes the shape of Elvis. Kind of neat. And then you got an Elvis Presley album there. I know somebody. We got a lot of Elvis fans, so I know somebody's going to enjoy that if you don't already have that there. Okay, those are some of the gem picks there for you. Let me go ahead and flip this. I want to make sure I've got comments all caught up. Yep, we're caught up there. And now we're going to go on to, let's do some of the mom's picks here. She's got these really dainty, little pretty, little glass figures that she found there. I think I got a little, was that an owl or a bee of some sort there? A little bird or something? The little dog and the little butterfly there. Really dainty little nice little glass figurines. She's got that. She wants that as the whole set there. You get the ring. It's an adjustable ring. You get the screw back earrings, the brooch, and the bracelet there, so you're ready for 4th of July. Hi, Laureate. That is a pretty necklace there. Again, more 4th of July themed, I feel, or America theme there. And look at these little dainty sets that she found there for you. There's actually little milk bottles there. No milk in them, sorry. But there you go. And nice little small sets there. And then you've got that little set there. Look at that. Isn't that a cute little set, little mom set there? So I'll sell all that mom together. We'll sell all that together. Somebody might want all 3 of these together, or you might just want to say, hey, I just want the dog. I'll pay $3,000 for the dog. That would be amazing. A nice little brooch there. Americana brooch. God bless America. And then if you're ready for the beach, you're ready for summer vacation, we got you covered. Her mom does. Look at those beautiful necklaces there. So there you go. Nice. This one is longer. This one is 18 inches, and this one is like 22 to 24 inches long. So nice beach theme there. Sticking with beach stuff there. All of these are little charm boxes here. You see a lot of these like at Hobby Lobby and it was Joann's Fabric, but I think that one went closed there. But all of these are beach theme. Okay, you can see all the starfish. Then like deck chairs and beach chairs, and it looks like ocean scenes there, and mermaids and more ocean stuff. So if you want the whole set, go ahead and send in a reserve there, or I'll sell them individually, and I'll try to show you some more of what's in them before you buy them that way. And then we've got some bracelets here that she's got for you. Every day is a blessing, I believe. Is that brooch, or not brooch, but bracelet there. Some more vintage bracelets here that she's got also for you. So she's got 20 items or so there, and might have more depending how things go. And then I'll jump down into some of the dad's stuff here. Hi, Light Expeditions. Hi, Doreen. Hi, Tiny, however you say it. I got another bottle. You guys got them excited about trying to find bottles. So was this elixir? Got an elixir bottle. There you go. Elixir from, is it Gauss? So got a bottle there. Probably sell these guys as a set. They sure look like a set. And let me see. They look like home interior. But they have that symbol on the bottom. So somebody told me what that symbol was a couple weeks ago. I just can't remember right now. All of these are crystal here. Beautiful crystal pieces. Beautiful crystal bowl here. And that ball just really catches the light well. That tip there. Lane says, hi, Heather and Paul. Lovely Hooked on Pickin team. Yes, thank you so much. They've been working hard already this morning. So we did a large pallet unboxing. So, yep. And got a nice crystal piece here. And then you got the crystal angels. I'll probably sell these as a set of the angels unless you want it somehow different. Just send in the reserve if you want them different. Say, hey, I just want one of them. But you put a candle in the back there. And they make a nice little... Well, a lot of times people do them for Christmas, but you can have a you know, an angel anytime. That's no problem. All right, those are all crystal pieces there. Down here, I think we've sold another one like this. It's a little cat teapot. And the spout is on the paw right there. So nothing on the bottom of that one there. But really neat little cat teapot there. Really pretty. Look at that glass piece there, the swan. It's all blown glass. I mean, you can kind of tell, but they did such a good job on it. It does have a very old sticker there. You guys might be able to tell what that is. I really can't tell what that one is, but it does mean it's old. Older. Well, those kinds of stickers there. So, got a pretty little glass piece there. Pinocchio. Had to throw him in. Pinocchio's pretty cool. There he is. All Pinocchioing. Another set here. Same mark as that other couple that I saw there. Look like they're feeding the chickens and the ducks. It's a good looking set. Did you make a video of the large pallet unboxing? The large pallet unboxing. Yes, that's what we're doing right now. So we did this morning. That will go live, let's see, Saturday? Saturday, I believe, is when that one goes. So, yeah. We got 4 new Amazon pallets. So, all wrapped up in the black plastic. And so, found some good stuff in there. You find a lot of quantity in those. Another same mark as that there. So you got the young couple with the baby right there. And then you've got the girl there. These, I probably won't sell these as a set. They look like they should be separate there. But same theme. But there you go. Keep moving on with some of Dad's stuff here. These are neat. Look at these things. And these are almost like a little bit of a bobblehead. You see those? So probably have this as a set here, and then a smaller set there. So I thought those looked neat. No problem, man. Yeah, it's good. I really like this piece too, with the squirrel there. Look at that there. The bowl's got a little wear and some dents in here and there, but I think that's a neat looking piece there. Almost looks like it could go for outside, but and maybe somebody had it outside. But I think it's probably silver plate, quadruple plate there, with the W star with the spider web, number 207. That means something to you. There you go. That's a cool piece. Hello from Belgium. Hello, Sandra. Mary says, I have the old couple. They were home interior maybe 50 years ago. I'll be interested to see how much they go for. Yeah, absolutely. And then we've got a few more of the these cars. This is it, though. I only have 6 more of the cars, and I don't have any more of the cars. So people seem to enjoy those cars. Any marks on the China dolls? Well, let me see if there is any mark on there. Just the number 12. There would. No, I'm not seeing any mark on them. But they do look neat, though. And this was my first stamp outfit, the ideal outfit for beginning collector. It's definitely a vintage box there, you can tell. And it looks like it's got all of the stuff that you would have come with the stamp book, even the advertising that would have went with this. And then you've got just a ton of stamps, probably from someone's collection there. There you go. That one says 1975 on it there. So just a bunch of little bags of stamps there. Probably was somebody was trying to stamp collection back in the day. So might be fun. I'm just going to sell the whole box. The whole box is one money. So if you want to send in a reserve, feel free to send in a reserve. You can say for the stamp collection there. All right, coming over here. It kind of looks like Lassie here. So we got the little dog there, made in Japan. Nice little there, definitely vintage. Really pretty wooden box with the owl on there. That's a nice wooden box. Really well done there. And then we've got these pretty little dishes. Dad's got a lot of glassware coming up too. A lot of dishes that he's found for you. Made in Japan on that one there. It's always terrifying shipping them, but we do our best. We really try to bubble wrap. I think people have figured that out. We do our best to bubble wrap and get it to you. But, and if it breaks, it's a shame. We don't want that to happen. We refund people their money. You know, we're out the money, you're out the item. It stinks, but it's about the only thing we can really do, I think. Nice set here. This 3-piece set here, made in Japan on that. Just a pretty little set there. So nice. And then I've got this little brown bowl and tray. And that's whole, oven proof, made in the USA. It says that on both pieces there. So neat. Right there. That's a neat little piece there. See, I feel like that can make it in shipping better than even those. That's a little bit thinner, but I mean it still can. We try to box that, and then we bubble wrap it, box it, and then put it in a different box. And this is kind of just a neat little neat ceramic little box there. Just pretty design on top there. And just like we had, I think it was last week, I've got 3 more bags of the Legos. We do $20 reserve on per bag, and then go up from there on the bags of Legos. Very good. Let's see here. Moving on up here. Look at these candlesticks. Very tall candlestick here. Got weight to them there. Would have had some kind of price. Was that $90? $30 maybe? Made in India there. But neat little candlestick. So, oop, my phone's trying to ring. Heather, can you come answer this here real quick?
Yep.
Very good. I've got the 1960s monkey wood there. 1960s monkey wood is that large leafed wooden tray there. It's very large. And then these are also 1960s monkey pod. Monkey wood there. Let's see, what does it say there? Made in the Philippines. It's got monkey on it there. Must be a kind of wood, I assume. But neat little, I think I'll sell these as a set. They look like they should go together. And then probably that leaf separate there. But neat design, neat stuff there. Looking on over here, we got a whole jar of buttons. Definitely an old ball jar there. Mason jar. And so you're going to have a lot of little buttons in there. A lot of vintage buttons there. That's a cast iron, probably doorstop is what it was eventually. Or what it was at one time. But looks like they've painted it pretty and it looks really sharp there. I like the bullfighter there. See if the bullfighter has anything on the bottom there. Yep, it says KR there on the bullfighter. So neat piece on the bullfighter there. I got probably sell these as a set. You got the 2 doves there. Got the lovebirds. Got a couple things here. You got the neat little Russian doll set there. 5-piece set there. This is an old Ford made in USA. I think was that a hubcap for one of the older vehicles there. Really, really neat. It's not like you're going to find these every day. So that's pretty neat. And a cool letter opener with the crown. I know some people collect letter openers. That's kind of a neat item to have there. There you go. I want to double check I'm not missing any comments here. We go to there. Let's see. Is the blue ball jar... Is that a blue ball jar that the buttons are in? It is a bluish tint. Yeah, I would say it's a bluish tint. It's not as clear as you would think, but it's not like blue. But maybe a bluish tint. I don't know if that helps you, but there you go, Linda. Okay, moving on. We'll go into this next section here. I'll slide the chair down this way too. There we go. Beautiful wood engraved print there. That is neat. I like that. Somebody did that with an engraver there, and it's got the artist name right there. Very nice. Just on a really nice piece of wood there. No problem, Linda. And then I've got 2 pieces there. I do have a $40 reserve on each of these. These are a little bit more expensive when you look them up. Both of these could be bell ringers pretty easy, or gong ringers pretty easy on our auction. I'm going to start them at $40. and see how they go from there. But these are all connected. All these apples are connected. They're not loose. They're really neat. Very good. But really, really, really neat there. And let's see, got a cool older tray there. 1898 burlap farm annual. So kind of a neat older tray there. I don't think it's from 1898, but it's from the advertising. But it's not a newer advertising piece too, or a newer tray, probably in the 70s and 80s in the age of the tray. This is a USA. Sometimes that means it's a whole pottery. So pretty little piece there. That's nice. A couple older books here. You got Mother Goose and what's that one? Childhood is a Time of Innocence. I think this is the older of the books, but they both were pretty small like that there. I wonder if I can get a date for you guys. Printed in Great Britain. Does it give me a date on this at all? LTD. Printed in Great Britain. I am not seeing a date. Not seeing a date there. There might be a date somewhere on there. Is there a marking on the apple basket? Let me double check and see if I can find you one here. Yes, I've got, looks like a signature right there on the apple basket there. And then it's got something there stamped in it too. So if that helps you with that. Let me go ahead and put that there. All right, then I've got, let's see, you got a Coca-Cola advertising piece there, nicely framed. There, you got a really nice salt and pepper, really pretty little glass there, and a nice little tray there. That's a nice looking set there. Love this bowl. Look at this bowl. What is that, carnival glass? That is beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece there. So that Dad found for you. Nice glass, little divided dish there also. Love that. And this wooden bowl that he found. Look at that wooden bowl. So now this one you don't have to worry about it breaking and chipping nearly as much, which is nice. Just a beautiful bowl. So that's nice. Got some other glassware. I think some of these are depression glass. Some of these might be carnival. But really pretty. Got that light blue tint on that bowl there. I've got this one here. It's more the light pink. So the light blue and the light pink. Got a couple, I think, what do you call these? Like pie dishes or something? Pretty dishes there. Some of these have markings on the bottom. Is that Longaberger? This might be a Longaberger dish. Yeah, Longaberger dish there. Really pretty design. Sold some Longaberger on the fire sale. That's a beautiful, I love that design there. Isn't that neat? Let's see if this has anything on the bottom. The light blue and light pink are depression glass. Great. I don't see a marking on the bottom of this, but it's a neat dish though, isn't it? That's just pretty. I don't think that would have been super cheap either. Don't know how old it is. Probably not antique, but still really pretty design there. So I think this is depression glass also, this light green with the 4 divide there. That is a really nice little dish there. And I think these 3 are carnival. And correct me if I'm wrong. You guys know it way better than I do. I think you put a candle in that. Would that sound about right to you guys? Especially the way it's shaped. I would think it might be. Put a little votive in there. But really pretty. I bet you the light would bounce off this really neat too. Got a little dish here. Look at that. It's pretty orange. And then this dish here, that's it's got the glass feet on there. It looks like it's almost like blown glass almost. Like curdle blown glass almost there. Maybe it is. But really, really pretty. Pretty dish there. So he's got a lot of neat dishes. Yeah, wood bowl would make a great cereal. Absolutely, Carla, you read my mind. Yes, on the Depression and on the Carnival. Great. Okay, Dad's got a couple more things for you up here. He's got a few more things scattered around, then we'll move to a different picker. But got some baseball cards. I think these would be fun. They haven't even been out of the pack. I think you got four of the Topps Baseball 1992 cards that haven't been out of the pack, and then a whole bunch of baseball cards here. Super veterans there. Kind of neat there. Just somebody getting rid of their baseball collection at an auction is what happened there. So I don't know. I haven't really gone through the cards really. I don't think there's probably any Mickey Mantles necessarily, but it doesn't look like that year's. But what are you? What is this? 70s or 80s? We got here David Reed. So that would have been like 83, Topps 83. So there you go. We got a whole box. We'll just sell the whole box as one, including the cards there. Hi, Kenneth. How are you doing? And I got a couple of Norman Rockwell prints up here that have been framed for you. Everybody seems to enjoy those quite a bit. Then I've got some things up here. They've got some reserves on it here. A few of these items just came in today. I got a case from USA, case knife there. I sell a lot of pocket knives, but I don't usually sell case knives, so that's a really pretty knife. Yeah, it needs a little cleaning on the blades there, but they're not broken, so that's nice. I've got a reserve starting at $30. I know that it could probably be a gong to go over $100, but we're going to start it at $30 and see where that one goes. Beautiful sterling silver size 6 ring there. Look at that beautiful ring there. Sterling size 6. Sometimes referred to as Navajo rings. I think Indian reservations that were making, I think in the 60s, right? 60s and 70s, they were making sterling silver rings. So, but pretty ring there. Size 6 sterling silver ring. Started at 20 and go from there. Beautiful ring here. It's all sterling silver, size 7. Sterling silver, size 7. They made like a little rose. I like that. It's all sterling silver. Size 7 on that rose ring. We'll start it at 20. Got a 20-inch sterling silver necklace with a sterling silver cross pendant. We'll start it at 30 and go from there. So it's nice to have some actual sterling silver items on tomorrow's sale. This one is pretty neat here. 18 inches. And look what this is. See the little bee there? It's sterling silver. It's a sterling silver chain, and it's 14 karat gold over sterling silver. Okay, so this isn't solid 14 karat gold. It's 14 karat gold, like plated over sterling. So it's a little bit nicer that way. So we'll start that at $20 and go there. There are roadside stands that sold jewelry when you went to Arizona. Yeah, yep. I think that is from that when I was looking those up. I think it's of the style of that. And then I love this ring here. It's the purple tanzanite and fire opal. It is sterling silver, that ring. I know it's a darker look, but it is sterling silver. And that ring is a size 7. Size 7. I've got that at $20. I just think that's a really pretty looking ring there. Fire opal pops that too. Very good. I got a sapphire. I believe it's a man-made sapphire. I don't think that's I don't know, synthetic sapphire, but it's with sterling silver, and it is an 18-inch chain, sterling silver chain, with that blue sapphire. I probably need to pick that up so you can see the blue pop in it real well. There you go. But pretty blue there. We'll start at 20 and go from there. Then I do have some stones there for you. Look at these. Makes a little cool looking bookend there. I think those are just agates there, but they look really pretty how they've been dyed there. And that's just, they just inject the dye, and then that's the natural look of what happens with a stone. So pretty neat. This one's something a little special here. This is actually a fossil, and several fossils in here, turning this into a heart box. Look what they did with that. Isn't that neat? They find all of these fossils, like whole layers in the stone. And that's what they're called. Orthoceras. Orthoceras. So as you can see there, that's what the fossil kind of looks like there. You can see it pop up pretty neat there. So that'd be kind of fun. They're a little different. We got some amethyst on stands. These are like amethyst samples, kind of displays there. I like how they're on these little stands there. Good sized stone there. So it's about a little bigger than a baseball on that one there. Holding that there. And then they're all a little different. We get these from stone warehouses, and you just don't know what it's going to look like until it shows up. But it's kind of the fun for me too to dig through it. And I got a blue one there. That's pretty. Another bookends there. Like how that's done there. And then I've got these 4 here. Aren't they pretty? They're cool little displays. This is actually emerald in here. It's actually emerald there. You could mine it down and sift it through and turn it into jewelry if you want to, or it just looks kind of nice as a displayed like that. So that's what you would look at. And I'm sure, I mean, these aren't polished, of course. It's the rough look to it, but I think that looks neat. And these have been, see how they've been polished down and smoothed down. They're really, really cold to the touch there. But then in behind there, you can see the geode. See the geode in there? It's neat. And so we got a couple of the, I guess I would call that pink. Maybe that's meant to be red, but it looks a little pink to me. And you got the blue there. So I think they're really pretty. And there's never 2 alike, you know. They'll always be a little different, which is kind of cool. The Lord God, very creative, making everything so different. So neat. So we got some of those there. Now we've got some things that Ashley found for you. She's found a really nice little silversmith towel knife set there. Very, very sharp. Be very careful with those there. I believe they're supposed to be just dinner knives, but they are really sharp there on that. Comes in the original box that she's got there for you. She got a little teapot with a beautiful painted scene on the teapot there. I'm going to try to pick this up and move this out and see if I can't see anything on the bottom. It says Made in Japan, awarded exclusively to Avon. It's an Avon 1977 Avon teapot there for you. So there you go, really pretty. She found some salt and pepper shakers for you. We got the cow salt and pepper shaker. We got the pugs and sweaters. Beautiful salt and pepper shaker. And these are a little bit older, a little bit more vintage salt and pepper shaker. You got the kind of like a brown swan. I thought they were turkeys for a while, but I think they're just brown swans. But these are a little more vintage than those others there. And then we got a cool looking little dog. You got the pretty little angel looking at the birds there. Really neat little stone wolf. Look at that guy. I like this guy. Very good. Nothing marked on the bottom of him, but he looks neat, doesn't he? Somebody carved that. They did a good job. And then we've got the Eiffel Tower. It's all metal there. I thought these glass pieces are neat. Probably will sell these as a set. They look like they should go together. I'm not sure they did, but they kind of look the same color. So we got a 3 on that one. Just a pretty little glass set there. I'll sell these as a set here too. These little pieces here. I think that was a part of a collection. The Brandywine collectibles from Yorktown, Virginia. So there we go. So we've got 2 little pieces from that. Love that. You got the Northern States paper money. I'm almost certain those are replicas of that, but kind of neat to look through it and see what did the money look like back then. This would be like Civil War time period is when that would be. So, and we forget that, you know, it wasn't always just U.S. money, you know, or U.S. dollar. So kind of neat. Got a cool little moo-moo, Mary's moo-moos there. Little cow figurine. And she found a chicken ear for you. And a cool little purse. That is a pretty neat little purse there. Neat, very blingy. There you go. She found this beautiful crystal bowl. This is a really pretty crystal bowl there. Listen to it sing. Nice singing bowl. Really nice. Nice piece of crystal there. Yeah, she found a party light there in the box. It looks like it's an angel. Kind of blowing petals. So that's pretty. That's party light. Found, I think it's a cigar box here. Like a vintage cigar box. Nothing inside there. But a neat looking little cigar box. Some people like those. Found a little Hummel here. Little music box. There you go. Is in working condition. It's good. Love the little pottery piece she found. Look at that. Nice little canyon river scene there. Anything on the bottom of that? It's a KB. KB is etched in there. And then we've got a really nice little metal sailboat, galvanized metal sailboat there. You can put stuff in there too. Could put your keys in it, key by the front door, put keys in it, or just be a neat little beach home decor kind of feel to it. And double check that I'm not missing any comments. I think I am good. I think I'm caught up on comments. All right, very good. Let's see, I've got one more of Dad's items, which is huge. Look at this thing. Dad's got to set the reserve on this at $100. It's an antique hand-woven Chinese rice basket is what it's called. Really, really pretty. Very large basket, as you can see there. So he's got a $100 reserve on this guy right here. So, and that wood feels really nice. Very cool. But there you go. Just beautiful. Antique hand-woven Chinese rice basket. We'll start it at 100. If you say, hey, I think it's worth more than that, and I want to make sure I get it, you can increase the reserve if you so desire. And then this is some of the things that Debbie found for you. There's a big old piece. Look at this thing. This is like, it's not metal. It's like a, almost like a ceramic, but really neat piece there. I thought it was a cookie jar, but it's not a cookie jar. You know, but just a neat stove piece there. Neat little decor piece. They've got a faster way to a better finish. Wagner. It looks like a paint sprayer. This is brand new in the box that they found there. They have a $50 reserve on this guy because these things are quite expensive, but pretty neat there. Never been used. All new in the box. That's pretty neat. Let's see. Peggy says it's a toy. I had one as a child. Oh, these stove things here. Very cool. And here's a neat thing. I think it's a magazine rack. Does that look like a magazine rack to you guys too? Might have been for fireplace and putting wood, a few chunks of wood there. But I think that's a real pretty, nice metal, real thick wood to that too. That's going to take a lot of bubble wrap. Yeah, that piece there. Yeah, that's going to take a lot of bubble wrap. So a lot of bubble wrap this week is going to happen. She's got a few more things here for you. Look at some of these. Now, these are definitely antiques right here. You got a wood-handled coffee pot. Look at that. That looks neat. I think it's Foreverware. Is that what it is? Let's see. No, Wherever. Wherever. Aluminum. Trademark, made in the USA. Really a neat-looking coffee pot. And look at this. This is neat. The dial typewriter. So, and it is supposed to be working. In working order. There you go. Pretty neat. These are neat looking. This is something special. Made in the USA there. Never sold one of those. That looks cool. She's got a little, this is just somebody made a really pretty little deck of card holder. See how it's got 2 decks of cards in there. That's nice. Got a couple of these were these jelly jars maybe, or berry jars with the original metal lids there. So I'll probably sell those as a set so we don't break up that set. I got a Coca-Cola. All the Coca-Cola tins I'll probably sell for one money. That's what most people have been doing lately. You've got Pause for the Coke, Coca-Cola tin. Some of these are a little older than others. But they're just all empty little Coca-Cola tins there. So all for one money right there. And that's it's Coca-Cola tin there too. Love this. Look what she found there. A little spice rack that the spices are in little ceramic books. Isn't that neat? That's pretty cool with the little holder. I think that's pretty sweet little deal there. A couple other little pieces. I think this is made in Occupied Japan. Yep, made in Occupied Japan. There's always collectible there. Pretty little bell. Nice little golfer brass bell. Found another one of these little wooden measuring sticks. Cool looking, what is that, a lion? A baby lion? And a neat little travel box there. Let's see, is there anything in the travel box? Nope, nothing in the travel box. Just a neat little travel box there. This is a clothesline hanger. It would hang on the clothesline. You would put your clothespins in it. Very good. You know, I was reading not too long ago. It's kind of funny how things return. So there's a whole movement of people to save energy, you know, kind of save the earth kind of feel, that have said, you know what we should do? We should use the wind to dry our clothes. Use the wind to dry our clothes. And I was thinking, yeah, people used to do that. And so, yep, that could be a $5,000 bag now. Vintage. Longaberger basket. This is a pretty basket. It's got its pie holder there. Little shelf there for it. Let's see, what year is this Longaberger? It's a 1993. I love the drying clothes. Yep. Sometimes the clothes would smell different too. Some people like that a little bit more. And then we've got, looks like a little sewing basket here, filled with sewing supplies. There you go. Another little teapot. Neat. Looks like a barn there for you. A little house. Maybe a little house. Big old fruit bowl. Let's see, anything on the bottom? Sakura, don't know. And we got a recipe box with the ducks. Beautiful wood though. Like that. It's probably hand painted on there. Here is the person that painted it right there. Clea Walls. All right, and then we'll have coins and a bunch of other mystery stuff also, like normal. Here comes Ms. Heather to send us away. Hope you guys enjoyed it today. Remember, join us. It's at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time is when we start the auction, and you can send in a reserve up to 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes.
So don't forget that.
I just put the email in the thread, and it's also at the top of the description of this video, so you can go ahead and send all of your reserve bids into that email. Make sure you follow that email thread, because we will respond to you. Yes, you're the highest bidder, but if someone outbids you, we will respond back to that email saying you have been outbid, and it'll give you an opportunity to send in another bid if it's before that 10 a.m. Deadline on Friday, and then we start the live sale at that reserve bid Friday morning at 11 a.m. So thanks so much for joining us. Make sure you check out our clearance section. We did discount a bunch of stuff on that clearance section, and we put a bunch of new 3D prints online recently, so check that out as well.
We also have rare finds. If you struggle to buy things on the auctions, we do have a rare find category,
which is auction style stuff.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. Thanks so much for joining us, and of course, remember, in the end, Jesus wins.